stuff all over. I can never remember if I am supposed to, this little thing I use to stream, it's like, go live, but just kidding, do like these 3 steps. Okay, now go live. No, do another step, and then you push go live again. And then I can never remember, like which one it's gonna go live on, so sorry, I wasn't quite all the way set up yet, but I'm gonna like move this and scooch this a couple of times, because I need to be kind of close up for what I'm gonna show you guys, because they're really little. So, hold on one second. Well, maybe this is okay. And it's crooked. Sorry. Maybe that will work. Hey, Sonia. Hello. You're like the first person to join. Hi. You probably read the description maybe, but I'm showing off new tags. I love new tags. I love tag time. It's like Christmas for me. I'm excited. I have 15 new tag designs. So yeah. And I got my drink, of course, because you always gotta have a drink. I am having my smoothie for the first time in a couple of days. I don't know if y'all have ever done like where you start taking a lot of vitamins or whatever, and you'll start to get like weird muscle twitches. Like specifically my left eye for a while has been like twitching a little bit, and I really think it's because just my eyelid from having too many vitamins, because I have this greens powder and a bunch of fruits in here. It's just like it's tons of vitamins and minerals, which is great, but I was doing it every day, and I've had to cut back to like every other day, which has stopped the little twitching. So that's good. So it was driving me a little crazy. So it's the first time I'm having a smoothie in a couple of days, and this one is, let's see. Oh, and wouldn't you know it? Hold on, I forgot to get some audio going, so we'll just wait for another couple people to hop on. See, I wasn't even ready to go. I mean, I was, but I forgot about all this little stuff. So we'll just give it like one more second. Turn on. Let me see if I can get a microphone on here. Okay, hold on. Sorry, shaky warning. Ugh. Better? Maybe that's a little nicer. Hold on, it's gonna be kind of annoying though while I clip this on, because might be hearing like weird little noises. Should have done this before. I forgot about it. It was charging. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. Hopefully you can hear pretty good. I always like to have a mic on a video because the phone's okay, but you know it's not that good all the time. So anyway, I've been getting some weird comments on here lately, y'all. I don't know. These are open to the public, so sorry. I'm like looking up here reading some of these. So occasionally I get some weird ones. I'm pretty sure they're like bots or trolls. I don't know. Whatever. I let them stay as long as they don't get too creepy. Anyway, so smoothie, and I've cut back on doing them a little bit, just because, yeah, like I said, the twitching thing, and it was like happening in my sleep. It was driving me a little bonkers. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll try that. I was, Googling, and, I think it's just some of the like greens, nutrient stuff that's in these. But I'm happy my smoothie today turned out good. It's banana, peach, mango, and a little bit of berries. And then just, some greens powder, vanilla, Greek yogurt, like a little bit, bunch of water and ice, and chia seeds, just for all the nutrients. So I'm trying. Anyway, today has just been, it's what, Wednesday? It's been like the Mondayest Wednesday ever. It's been really obnoxious and really annoying. So I was like, you know what? I was going to wait to do this, but this is one of those things you have to find joy when stuff is, being stressful or annoying. So I thought this would be a fun little midday thing. And I have 15 new tag designs now. For those of you who don't know, I have all kinds of little tags that I sell on the side. I already have a whole bunch of them, and I used to kind of release them quarterly, but it takes me a long time to do the art on them. So I hand draw all the little art and put all the little sayings on there. I even hand letter all of the text that's on them. And I draw them in like teeny tiny scale because the finished product is really small, and I want those details to be clear on the small tags. So these are all machine washable and dryable. You can put them in your garments if you're a garment sewist. You can put them on your quilts, and you can put them in your like bags or personal accessories. So it took me a while to get this last batch drawn because I typically don't get a lot of time to sit down when I'm at home. I'm always doing like orders and all kinds of other stuff. Which, by the way, Sonia, if you're still on here, I have your order. I did a little surprise something with one of the vinyls that you ordered, and that's why it took me a hot second to get your order done. So that'll be processed and shipped today. But I hope I made a little change to your order, like a minor one, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's something that's not listed, but it has to do with that true crime vinyl you ordered. So anyway, I hope you like it. It'll be a fun little surprise. But I thought you would think that was cool. So anyway, it's on its way to you. But I thought I'd take a break from doing orders and doing all the stuff, have my smoothie with y'all over kind of like lunch break time, hopefully, and then and show you some tags. So I'm excited. So anyway, I'm gonna just hopefully I'm reading this right. Looks like Trix D, maybe. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day too. It's, look, it's first world problems, kind of. Could be worse. It's been one of those days that's been really annoying. This whole week has been like, do y'all ever have a week or just a time, I guess, where you feel like no matter who you encounter, like a car mechanic, a barber, a pharmacist, whoever, anybody you're having to do everybody's job for them? Does that make any sense? Like you show up and you're like, hi, I'd like to get this prescription, please. Here's my name and information. And they give you like this whole crazy runaround and you're like, no, that's not true. Like this has been happening at every turn of the road, for the past like 4 days to me. I'm kind of ready to rip out my hair. And this is just a very pertinent example of this. Like yesterday I went to get a prescription. The pharmacy that I called it into the day before didn't put it in, didn't do what they were supposed to do. So then I had to chase around and I was like, look, I need this medication for tonight. It's time sensitive. I called it in the day before and they didn't do what they were supposed to do and put it in. So it was this whole thing. And I said, okay, well, what are the solutions? Because it comes from a specialty pharmacy that's almost 2 hours north of me. And I have to drive almost like literally like within 10 minutes of 2 hours, one direction. And I was like, I don't have 4 or 6 hours, 4 hours both ways to drive to go do this. I can't waste my whole day, but now I don't have a choice because I called and you guys were supposed to, they use a courier service. I'm like, you guys were supposed to do your thing and now you didn't. So they ended up, I had to like force their hand on it, but I said, can you call and please find out another pharmacy that has this and see, we went back and forth a whole bunch all day yesterday. I was so frustrated. And then they kind of offered that solution. And I said, if that was a solution, why didn't you tell me that in the beginning? So then they found a place and called and confirmed and said, they have the meds, you can go get it. I went to go get it. And that pharmacy had no idea what anybody was talking about. And then they tried to tell me I didn't have insurance, which of course I do, gave them a card. They're like, oh, well, it's saying this. I mean, it was just a whole thing. It was like every single step of the way I had to call another person, instruct them how to do what they needed to do. And I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a doctor. I just need to pay money and get my thing. And it's like, ooh, that's been everything. So suppliers, it's been like that lately. Anyway, so I'm having yet another day of that. And I was like, I'm getting ready to pull my hair out. And so we need to do something to find some good stuff. So anyway, here we are, and I'm having my smoothie, and that was my cathartic little rant about that. So if you're having one of those times too, you're not alone. I don't know what is going on out in the world at this point. And I told my husband this morning, I'm like, when I don't do my job, nobody shows up to handhold my hand through the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's not very often that happens, but nobody shows up and takes up the slack for me. Nobody shows up and is like, here, let me instruct you on how to be an adult. Wow. Anyway. So tags. Anywho, 15 new tag designs are going to hit the website after, this little situation. I got to go photograph them, which takes me some time and then list them, but there's new tags. And I know it's been a long time. I was kind of explaining that earlier. I typically only draw them when we're on the road. So my husband drives and I'm in the passenger seat and I got to do something. And so I draw. And so, last year we were on the road a lot. I drew a ton of tags. These are the first of the 15, but I didn't have time ever to deal with them and submit them. I draw the art, but then I have to take the art I make and use other programs to sort of get them into correct file formats and stuff to make them into tags. and I didn't have time to do that last year. So I finally got some time in January, and now here's the product of that. So anyway, I have the labels on these little white boxes. They come in turned away, so I don't even know like which one I'm opening, so they're not in any particular order. But I'm going to open up the first one. So I know I'm going to say this about all of them right from the beginning. I always call these my favorite children. I have lots of things that are designed for me and by me, but these are like a real labor of love. When I tell you I spend hours drawing each of these little pieces of art on here, I do. Half the time I don't think a lot of the details register because they're tiny, but when you really zoom in on this stuff, when you get these tags, you'll see little things. You'll see little smiles hidden in things and little lines and stuff like that because I really agonize over these. So I always say, you know, oh, this is one of my favorite children. And it's hard to pick which tag is my favorite. But anyway, so the first one we have, and I always have a little bit of a hard time getting this to like focus because I want it to focus on not my face, but then I can't see. There we go. I think maybe that's helpful. Yeah, okay. So it's probably backward for you guys too. I don't know. But anyway, this one says calm the flock down, and it has my little sarcastic, if you can tell, my little sarcastic flamingo. So cute. Oh, excuse me. My little eyeball and my nose are like totally itchy. So that one's like a nice magenta pink, and it's all shades of pink. It's super cute for summer, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited about all these. I'm going to say that the whole time just so you're going to get annoyed of hearing that in the end. Okay, so this one, y'all know I like to do a lot of them based on like memes and other and GIFs and stuff. So let me see if I can get like I have a board sitting here. It's actually the shelf. It's holding my cup, but let's see if this will work better. Because if my face is uncovered, it'll want to like zoom in on me. So sorry for my little fingers. But I did the Titanic lady, and it says this took 84 years for like, you know, your bags that take forever. So anyway, hi Blake. Nice to see you. So yes, 84 years, which is how I announced it like a while back when I was drawing her on my Instagram, something I think that I was like, I know it's been 84 years since new tags, but so anyway. Okay, hopefully that board works out a little bit better. Let's see which one. Oh, I did a bad job cutting this box open. I kind of like pre-cut a lot of them. I did a bad job cutting that one. Okay. So this one, and I have an alternative version of this one coming out in future tag batches, but this one, oh, hey, Gloria. Hi, I was just watching one of your videos the other day. Sorry, I got interrupted by a comment. Gloria, I met her years ago in Florida at a show, and you know, we just kind of like keep contact a little bit over the years, and I usually see her at shows. Yes, we were OSQE in Florida. And I kind of was a little shocked that I didn't see you, but you know, life happens. It's not like we never come to Florida, so I'll see you again soon. But I was just watching your video about, I think the Annabelle bag or something I saw you posted. So anyway, good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Anyway, so this one, so I have an alternative version of this one that I'll be putting out. So this one says nice things for nice girls, but I'll be doing nice things for nice folks as well. And that'll come out in a new batch at some point. I got like a whole store up of these at this point. I have so many designs. I have to say, I really like this one. Y'all know I really like flowers. So, you know, and this is just one of those weird little somethings that I kind of was like, oh, we need that as a tag. I'm not really sure why, but we do. So this one, it says, suck it up, Buttercup. And I will say this detail, it didn't hurt anything about these, but this kind of makes me laugh. All those little flowers, I don't know if you can see them. They're a little bit better in person, but they're really small, you know, and all of the little flowers have little like snarky faces. When I drew the file, all of the little buttercups have little faces in the middle. One of the four kind of turned out, and you can see them. It's just, they're so teeny tiny. So I was hoping that they're there, but you got to look for them. So anyway, I mean, they still look fantastic. You just, if you didn't know the little faces were there, you wouldn't know the little faces are there. So anyway, little tidbit. Debbie asked, will I be at any other OSQE events this year? I don't know, Debbie. So if y'all didn't know, I've been talking about this for a while. My husband and I are going through IVF treatment, and when you do that, you have to stay around, and it's all very regimented, like doctor's appointments and ultrasounds and blood draws and whatever. And like every day they call me and are like, can you come in tomorrow? Can you come in later today? Can you do this? And I'm just like, sure, let me drop my whole life and like, come on in. But it really is very much like that. So, we're trying to focus on that. And because of it, I can't really make plans ahead of time. I will tell y'all, do not hold me to this because I don't know if it's going to happen because of all the IVF stuff. The next one we are possibly planning on doing is a big possibly. I'd really love to come out and see y'all in Virginia. We've never done the Virginia OSQE before, and we're going to be actually heading that direction possibly for a leisure trip. And of course, because I'm crazy, I told my husband, how bad would it be if I tried to tuck a work thing into there? And of course he rolled his eyes and was like, of course you want to do that. So we'll see. I have some very tentative plans in the works. And there's a couple of others that maybe, we might be looking into, but that one is like one that's on my radar. It's later in the year. But for now, everything's up in the air. I did talk to the folks at OSQE who are awesome. And I said, look, normally I apply very far in advance and I like to plan stuff out, but I can't. I explained to them the situation and I said, so if I'm calling you like last minute, hopefully you'll have some space. And if not, I understand. And they were like, no, we'll try our best to make it work. Just let us know. And so we're all kind of trying to do the thing. Right. So anyway, thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. You are absolutely correct. Thank you, Debbie, as well. They're just giving me some, positive, good vibes, good feedback, good thoughts, all that good stuff, which I totally appreciated. Every little bit helps. It's, there's a lot with it. And so it's so many moving cogs and all kinds of things. But hopefully, if I can ever get any of this to like iron out and work and line up and whatever, then yeah, we can kind of get back on track a little bit with like planning stuff. But at this point, I'm sort of like, I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting. So, excuse me. Anyway, yeah, it's just been a whole thing. So yeah, I can't plan ahead as much as I would like to. I love to give you guys like a full calendar where we're going to be, and even I don't know where I'm going to be. So anyway, okay. So the next tag in this bunch, this batch of tags, by the way, because it was, again, it's a whole year's worth of stuff, and I picked just kind of cherry picked my favorite ones at this point to get done in this batch, kind of all over the place. So this one is a chunk of 90s nostalgia coming at y'all, and I have to say, I would like for everyone to know and acknowledge, because again, I put a lot of detail into these and hand draw all of it. I recreated this plaid from Cher's vest. It's the exact replication of her plaid on her vest. Okay. This is not some generic yellow plaid. It's not some other version. It's the same correct colors. It's the right scale. It's literally the plaid from Cher's vest. So I'm really excited. So yes, I think it came out so good. The as if tag will be super cute on any of your like little 90s projects. Thank you, Gloria. Yes, you are correct. And I kind of touched on this on a previous video, but I'm trying to take care of myself as best I can. I'm having my fruit smoothie with my greens powder right now. So that's what I'm drinking. Half a banana and some mango and some peach and some berries, greens powder and all that good stuff. Oh, I just opened this one. I'm going to show you guys the same design. Okay, let me set those aside because I'm getting confused. Okay, all right. So this guy. Again, they all take a lot of time, but this took me a pretty extraordinary amount of time to draw all these little flowers. But it came out so good. Okay, you're going to read it in the voice. I guarantee it if you know what this is from. Okay. This one's been on my list for a while. I'm trying to get my big old fingers out of the way. I should get like a clipboard, like a mini clipboard for these. That'd be fun. Okay. So we have One Eternity Later. And when I drew these little flowers on here, it's double-sided. So it says the same thing, but the colors are a little bit different. So this side has more red, yellow, orange. And this side, if that goes better with your, project and you can only have one facing out, has, purple and blue and yellow with the green too. So the colors on these kind of depends on which little one you want to put out. I'll kind of do it that way so you can sort of see the colors a little better. Aren't those fabulous? And then for those of you who don't know, what I'm really showing off here, these are woven tags. So they are loomed and woven. They are not printed. They are very soft but stable. They're super easy to work with. They're not scratchy. You can put them in your garments, on your quilts, in your bags, whatever you're sewing. They're fully machine washable and dryable. And because they're not printed, you don't have to worry about them ever fading or, scratching off or any of that. So yes, high quality tags with art that takes a super long time. So hopefully everybody loves those. I always love tags. Okay, so it's been a little while since I've done like a little spooky, kind of darker themed, magic, swamp witch kind of, whatever thing. It's been a little bit since I've done any of that. And I thought, you know what? This one for all my Rosemary by the Garden Gate folks, okay? So it's Carpe Noctem, which is Seize the Night, and then the little candle that has some little flourishes coming off. Hopefully you can, I'm trying to make sure that focuses well, but I feel like my hand is the thing that's in focus. So hopefully they're coming up okay. I can only sort of half see the screen. But this one I think came out particularly good. I'm really impressed with my candle and all my little wax strips and all that. I never know how these are going to turn out. And they, I tried my best. I've learned over the years. I've been doing these for a few years now, what I can and can't do and how far I can push the design envelope. But, occasionally I do too much or not enough and it doesn't quite come out the way I want. So, okay. Once again, I told you you'd get tired of this. I'm very proud of this one. This is definitely one of my favorite children. So this one is a mashup of 2 or 3 different things, including in the name of it. I'm going to name this tag Good Will Haunting, like Good Will Hunting the movie. Just, it just kind of struck me that way and I thought it was kind of funny. But, this just tickles me on a level. If you guys have ever bought any of my, the Boo You horror ones, that is the ghost mashup from Mean Girls, or, the Crapper Keeper, those really weird brain worms that I have, Kay, if you're buying those and those touch you in a way that you're just oh, I love this so much, then you and I, we are, you know what I mean? We got a thing, a similar brainwave, a similar little soul connection, with goofy, weird humor. So if you like those tags, I think you will like this one too. This is just one of those, you're my people. Really, truly my people. We get each other. So this is Goodwill Haunting. If this ends up at Goodwill, I will haunt you. And notice the Goodwill logo redrawn as a Mario ghost, kind of, is what I was thinking of when I drew it. So I am so stinking tickled by this one. It turned out so good. It took me a very long time to draw that ghost. Yeah, he cracks me up every time. The whole time I was drawing that one, I was like, oh my gosh, so good. So good. So anyway, I was trying to leave these out because I got to go photograph them after this. And then I got to list them online for you guys. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 here. Which one did I not leave out? Dang it. Nope, I got you. Who did I not leave out? I'm going to get myself all turned around and screwed up here in a minute. Buttercups. I got you. Okay, what have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I just can't count. Never mind, we're good. Okay, so next. Oh, this guy came out cute. This is one I'm sure you've seen around on stickers and all kinds of other things. So this is my rendition of this little guy. He is just cute. He's a little, oops, did I drop everything? He's a little kawaii dumpster fire, and I love him. He is so cute. We have our This Is Fine. Him's adorable. I love him. I was like, oh, I need to make like a little dumpster fire plushie. That'd be fun. Like, I have so much time to make stuff anymore. This is about as creative as this is how I get to express my creativity anymore, because I don't get time to sew. I just get time to, occasionally to draw. Okay. Kind of made a mess of this one when I picked it up, didn't I? All your little threads are falling out, buddy. Don't worry, I'll save you. Okay, so this one, this was probably one of the ones out of this batch I was most concerned about, because it's highly detailed, and then it's got a lot of text. It's got a lot going on. So out of ones I was concerned about Titanic Lady, just because she's really old and wrinkly, and I needed all those wrinkles to convey. But she turned out great, so I'm super stoked about her. And then there was this one, and it's really just because of the detail on here. So I'll show you this one before I hold it up. It says, "Darling, you aren't their cup of tea because you're champagne." And then it has the, look here on the screen, the bottle of champagne with the cork blowing out and all of the champagne and the sparkle and the glitter coming out of it. So I was concerned about the whooshness of the champagne, and I really wanted the cork to be evident, and the champagne label, and just all of that. I don't know if I block out my face, will it focus? Maybe that's better than the board. So you can kind of see that. And so I'm very happy with that. That was one that I was a little, I'm always a little nervous, because you just don't know, and I don't get to see these before they show up. I don't get to order samples or anything of them. I just gotta order them. Gloria's trying to encourage you guys to be more active, which I love it. You know what? It never hurts. Never hurts. You're so funny, Gloria. I am bummed I didn't get to see you at OSQE, but that's okay. I did hear, I don't know what we're going to be doing later this year, like I said earlier, but I did hear there might be something else going on in October that we might come out for. So obviously if we do and we can, I'll be putting that out there. But I was like, oh, I'm down to go to Orlando in October. That's a good time of year. I will never visit Orlando again in June, July, August. Too hot. Too hot for me. I did that one time years ago and I could not handle it. So definitely won't be anytime soon, but soon. Okay, so if y'all have ever seen the Handcrafted for Silly Goose tag, I decided to go off of that one, and I redrew the goose. This is his brother, I think the other one is a him too. It's not a very girly hat. He's wearing a straw hat, but the Silly Goose has a straw hat. So this is my alternative rendition. If you have a sibling, usually there's one who has a very goofy sense of humor, and a lot of times one who's more serious. So this is the serious goose. He's a Wall Street day trader is what he kind of looks like to me. He's wearing he's got a different expression on his face. It's a stern expression versus the little smirk that the Silly Goose has. He's wearing his tie, his blue silk tie, and his little collar with his stays in it. He's a very serious, hardworking goose. And yes, so this is the Created for a Serious Goose tag, which I'm very stoked about. Again, one of my weirder brain children, one of those weird little things that gets up in there that it's like, okay, I'm going to turn it into a thing. I don't expect everybody to love it, but for the 5 of us who do, it's there for you. I always got something weird, something different and weird for everybody. Okay, so I've got 4 of these left, and then I'm going to work on orders. That's the order of the day today. I was packing subscription boxes earlier and doing stuff for that. I've been kind of all over the place today while trying to dodge annoyances. Okay. I love all these, but I do love this one. I love the I love the colors on this. It's a very sweet, like kind of periwinkle blue, which isn't a typical blue that I've done before. And I'm happy with this one. I wanted like a late spring, early summer vibe for this one, which obviously can be used year round. But this one, I just thought, how cute. So it says, easy breezy lemon squeezy. And obviously the detail on my lemon I am very happy with. I was a little afraid about the skin of the lemon and the kind of sheen coloring to it and all of that. I really wanted it to turn out well, and I think it turned out so well. So I am very stoked about that. I'm a big lemon fan myself. Love like lemon bars, lemon cookies, lemon cake, but it has to really taste like lemon. Oddly enough, I do not like lemonade. I actually detest lemonade. Lemonade gives you that weird phlegm in the back of your throat, at least for me. I'm not digging that, but I love lemon flavored stuff. So for all of my quilting folks out there, I get asked this a lot at shows, especially, but I get emails about this too, where you're like, I'm a bag maker, but I'm a quilter. Like, you know, are you going to have more stuff for quilts? So I am trying to include you guys. I want to have, good stuff for you. So I came up with these, and I am super happy about this one. I think he turned out really cute. So it's my little emoji guy, and it says, "Don't tell the quilt police." I am very, very happy with how he turned out. I love this kind of magenta purple color. Like, it's a very bright color, and I just think it's got a really fun, like, cool color to it. Again, I tried to strike out for different colors. Every time I pick these, and I design what they go on, I kind of get stuck in a rut. Like, I do a lot of blues. I do a lot of, like, just a lot of blues, really, and a lot of pink. So I do have some pink in this, and I have a lot of blues, but I went for alternative shades, right? Like, I'm trying to do something different, and just something, I don't know. Because, when you're sewing, there's a million things out there. And when I first started doing tags, I was like, well, I should do neutral ones. That way it matches every project. And then I thought, there is no way I'm ever going to be able to match every project. If I pick this shade of teal, it's going to clash with whatever teal fabric. So I should just stay true to the design, and the right people will find the right thing, right? That's kind of my philosophy on stuff at this point. And it's worked pretty well. I'm not mad about it. So anyway, okay. Oh, okay. This one, I have a feeling this one's going to be very popular. You all seem to really enjoy my sassier stuff. I don't know. They're all enjoyed by everybody, kind of in equal parts, depending on who the person is. But this one made me laugh. So for all of you Gen Xers, 80s kids, some of us 90s kids who grew up with this, says, "Damn, sometimes I do drugs." And I have a feeling this is going to get sewn into a lot of things. Oh, dare. I get the merit of the program, but I learned more about drugs than I ever knew before taking those little seminars and classes and all that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I think they did more harm than good in a lot of ways. So anyway. Okay, so this last one, speaking of pink, I love the color on this. My register is red, but it's more of a really deep magenta. And I really, really like it. I love this color. I think it's perfect on this, because it's like the perfect juxtaposition of bright color with the very traditional elements that I drew on this banner. And then, yeah, it's just an interesting juxtaposition. But this one says, "Your anxiety is a lying hoe bag." And so that's how that turned out. And I'm really happy with all the details on my little banner. I think it turned out swell, and I'm really stoked about that. So, like I said, every single one of these, I'm like, I'm so excited. I love it, but I do. I like all these. So anyway, so that's 15 new tag designs for you guys. I know you've been so patient. I do get emails and stuff with people who are like, I was going to place a tag order, but I was hoping you had new ones. And I'm sorry to keep you waiting. It takes a long time to do these. And I'm so glad that they are so appreciated, because they are really a very intense labor of love of mine. They take, time, but in a good way. Like, I don't rush them. So I always want to make sure they're good. I've only had over the years that I've been doing these now and all the designs I've done, I think I've had 3 that I've never released because they didn't turn out, and I still need to fix them, but I'm sort of salty about it and haven't fixed them. So anyway, they're just sitting on my desk and they kind of keep getting passed up for new ones. So I am going to go photograph all of these and get them listed and work on some orders. And hopefully, if you're watching this, it gave you a little chuckle for the day, like a little midday smile or something, because it definitely made me feel better versus the way that this day started out, which was very annoying. But, you know, gotta do what we can and move on to other things. And so, yep, I'm going to go pack some of y'all's orders. After the last live video, I definitely saw an uptick in, we're talking about, you know, ways to help small businesses and all of this craziness. So, and I had said, you know, obviously anything helps, but specifically vinyl prints and acrylic templates for me, because I manufacture those in house, so I don't have to deal with, you know, other manufacturers, the whole tariff thing, customs, waiting on stuff, all that. So I definitely saw an uptick. So thank you. I don't know if that was coincidental or what, but you know, I'm always grateful for all the orders. And that includes when I, you know, list these later today. They should be up within, I'd say, probably an hour or 2, maybe 3, because it's 1:30. So, but by the afternoon, you'll see them up. And one of the things I did get asked about this on a semi-related note, I'm a Shopify based store. So if you use the Shop app, I believe there's a way for you to like follow my store. And then when new things are listed, I think it will just like tell you or show you. So specifically, if you're like, I'm always waiting for, you know, these things and I don't get notified or whatever, the Shop app will, kind of help direct you to that. So anyway, if you're like, I want to know about these, go and use the Shop app and find Emporium threads there, and then that should help. I personally don't use the Shop app because I'm not good with apps. I just go to websites. But I know I have a lot of customers who do use it and say that they like love these features they have on there. So that might be something for you to explore for all of your favorite shops, if you're like looking for ways to find specific stuff. So anyway, but yeah, so I'm going to go take care of all those orders that have been kind of coming in since the live the other day. And then obviously this one will get posted up. So if you missed any of the earlier tags, you can go back and watch real quick and see all 15 designs. And then, I'll be posting them on Instagram and stuff too, I'm sure. 'Cause, you know, while I'm photographing these, I'm just going to be giggling the whole time and picking my favorites and posting them too. So anyway, thanks for joining me over your, you know, lunchtime, post lunchtime, and it was really good to see all of y'all, and thanks for coming and watching and interacting. I hope you have a good rest of the day, and yeah, just all good things. Find some joy where you can. That was the whole kind of point of this. So anyway, I'll see y'all. See you around. Bye.